Gene Jackson here, and we are on the road to Crossroads Clash, April 25th, Crossroads Arena, Corinth, Mississippi. The biggest EPW event of the year, each and every year. And this year, the purebred athlete, CJ Thomas. You gonna be there?
I'm not gonna be there. That's a stupid question, Gene. And honestly, you're stupid and fat for asking that. And the people at home who are coming to the Crossroads Clash, I got one thing for you. All right, I don't have an opponent just yet, but I promise you, anybody in attendance can walk in that ring and take me on, mano y mano. So if you're man enough, and if your BMI is not above 25, step between those ropes and take a butt kicking from the chic physique, the purebred athlete, big macho machismo himself, CJ Thomas, and walk home with broke bones, broke back, and a broken ego. And that is a CJ Thomas promise.
Hey everybody, and welcome back once again to Inside EPW. I'm Gene Jackson, and this time around, it's our special Countdown to Crossroads Clash 2026. Throughout this show, we're going to go back and take a look at some of the great action from last year's Clash. We'll also be joined by Neil Taylor, who will give us some insight on not only last year's event, but what we can expect from this year's as well. Plus, I'll be talking to numerous EPW stars who will be on hand in Corinth on April 25th. And we'll also see some things from EPW television recently that are sure to shape this year's event and make it our biggest one yet. So that's enough from me. The countdown to EPW Crossroads Clash begins now.
What is this? What's he doing out here? What is he doing? He's not in a good mood. I don't know what he's doing. Case Swiss is coming out. I don't even know what's going on. He's not supposed to be out here. Look at him. He's not happy. I don't know what his problem is, but I guess he's got something on his mind, and we'll find out what it is. Case Swiss is unexpectedly coming out here. It's not his time.
Case Swiss.
He took the mic from Jack's Rock. He shoved him too.
Sit down and shut your...
He told me to sit down and shut up. Wow. Case Swiss not very happy for some reason. Sit down and shut his mouth. Man, he's not even supposed to be out here. Not on my, is it on your sheet? Nothing.
Corinth,
no.
I'm glad you're excited, but right now is my time, and you need to be quiet. Corinth, I have a message. And that message I gotta tell you guys. You are in danger. You're in danger right now. Let me explain to you what I mean. If you guys would just shut up, I can explain. EPW is my house. EPW is what I built. EPW is mine.
What?
I'm a 3-time EPW champion. A 1-time tag team champion. And more importantly than that, Corinth, I am the pound for pound greatest of all time. I said you're in danger, Corinth, and this is what I mean. I'm in the middle of this ring and they stuck a live mic in my hand, so I'm about to say something. And there's nobody here who can protect you. There's nobody here to defend you. There's nobody here that cares about you. Don't want me. You guys need protection from what I'm about to say. Because I'm the guy that everybody in that locker room wants to be. They all try to be me. When they tell you how great they are, when they tell you to revel in their greatness, when they tell you that they are the best EPW has to offer, they're thinking of me. They're thinking of me and all that I've done, and they're trying to steal from me. Just like all of you people know when they do that, they're talking about me. So, there's nobody here to protect anybody, because I am no longer the pound-for-pound greatest of all time. I'm better than that, Corinth. See, Corinth, I've leveled up. I'm not the best. I'm not the greatest of all time. I am a wrestling god.
What? Wow. Wow. Uh-oh. Who's this? Uh-oh. Who's coming out?
Some protection, it looks
Oh,
like.
there's the APA. Oh, no. Here they are. Oh, my gosh.
I'll tell you what, they don't like him running his mouth. You want some protection? We got some.
Man, I'm
Here we
telling
go.
you, you never know what's going to happen on EPW, and it proves it right here, right now.
Afraid K-Swift may have been off more than he can chew about saying there's no protection around here.
Man, I mean,
Uh-oh, look at him. He's in trouble.
JBL and Ron
Well,
Simmons.
looky there. We got a reunion tonight, Corinth. What are y'all doing here? You think these people care about you? You think these people want to see you? See, here's the problem. Y'all put your nose in something that didn't belong in. So let me tell you something. Right now, let me start with you, Bradshaw. Bradshaw, I've followed your career for years. I'm actually a fan of yours, Bradshaw. But here's the problem. You should know a thing about me when you're getting in the ring with somebody like me. See, if you read my shirt, it says career killer. But you don't have to worry, Bradshaw. Your career's been dead since they put you on commentary.
What?
Wow.
Whoa.
And you can't touch me.
Oh, he just messed
And
up.
you, a legend, an absolute...
Oh, my God!
Wow.
He almost knocked his head off. Oh, my God, JBL almost knocked his head off.
He's had enough, and wow.
Oh, no. He's knocked out.
He's out. Look.
He is knocked out.
JBL don't have anything to say, but he.
Wait a minute.
He was fixing. Well, Simmons was fixing to leave, but JBL was going to give him the mic.
Oh, everybody's wanting to hear it. You know what they want to hear. No, I don't want to hear it. I do. No. Yeah. Come on. Do it. No. He's telling you, do it. He's telling me he's got to do it. Does the people want to see it? Yeah, they want him to see it. Yeah. You know. They say you got to, you got to. Damn. Oh! You can't cuss on EPW.
I'll be damned.
Wow! Wow! The APA out here. Hey, J.B. Ellens and Fon Simmons, I'm telling you, man, you never know what's going to happen on EPW. I'm going to tell you, Case Swiss comes out here and just starts putting his finger in the chest to JBL. I think we need some help for Case Swiss. I think we need somebody to haul him out of here. And then Ron Simmons puts his signature on it. I think he's going to need help to be out of the ring. Yeah, look, there you go. Look at that. Reunited right here in Corinth, Mississippi. Wow. The Crossroads Clash. That gives you chills. It does. That's awesome. APA.
Hey everybody, EPW Wrestling presents the Crossroads Clash. When? Saturday, April 25th at the arena at Corinth, Mississippi. Tickets go on sale now at epwwrestling.com. So let me just tell you again, that is in Corinth, Mississippi. Mississippi. Just because I wanted to say that. I am so excited to be there, guys. I am going to see some old fans, some new fans, and I absolutely love this part of the United States. Why? Because it was my old stomping grounds. So come see me at EPW Wrestling, April 25th, and don't be late. Hey everybody, EPW Wrestling presents the Crossroads Clash. When? Saturday, April 25th at the arena.
Always wanted to be in the professional wrestling business? The EPW Wrestling Academy is now enrolling. Visit epwwrestlingms.com for all the details on how to make your dreams a reality. Do you have what it takes?
I'm here with Parental Advisory guys. Every year, it's the biggest show of the year for EPW. It's the Crossroads Clash, and it's coming up April 25th, Saturday. Are you guys psyched?
I'm so excited. We're back at Crossroads Clash in Corinth, Mississippi at the Crossroads Arena. And it's confirmed that me and Dakota, Parental Advisor, will be live in action. And we are still trying to make our way back to the tag team champions that we were cheated out of. So whoever tries to step up, we are ready for a fight. And we want a fight in Corinth on the April 25th.
Folks, Parental Advisor is going to be there. Get your tickets because we want to see you there too.
All right, Neil, this is last year's big Crossroads Clash. There he is, the gold standard Eli Knox, along with Ethan Ross. And, boy, there was a lot of work went into this, wasn't it?
Man, this was a interesting show because it was actually our of course we were filming it, but it was also our first try at live streaming a show. So we live streamed the Clash to our EPW premium members. And there's nothing like doing something live, especially when you have a bunch of production issues.
Yeah, that's how you learn, I guess. But boy, it's nerve-wracking.
Oh yeah, man. How far has Eli Knox come from this?
Oh man, I was thinking that. I was skimming through some of these matches the other night, and just amazing how far a lot of these guys have come, but Eli especially.
Yeah, man. Check out this crowd. That is incredible.
Man, that was just such a cool night all the way around. Just everything about it, the crowd, the being there in that building, and you got guys like this. You got Enzo there. You got the freaking APA, which we're not gonna talk over it, but on this show this week, people are getting a chance to see Swiss tie up with the APA. Let's see what Enzo's saying.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
Everybody
Jeez.
knows.
I don't remember seeing this when I watched it on TV.
Some of them may have been. Some of it may have gotten cut. Yeah.
Might have cut about 6 of those. Everybody knows out at least.
Everybody knows.
Is he stuck? He sounds like a record.
Everybody knows.
No, it's. Hang on. I'll tell you the story behind this in just a second.
Everybody knows that I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that.
So the story behind that is, of course, he's got some. He actually does like some. He has like a music background where he like does some singing or rapping or something. Yeah. So we had trouble that night with having entrance music being played across the PA. We had issues with it, and we had worked through the show while we were producing the show, trying to get it fixed. And of course, Enzo's coming up, and I'm like, man, we got to have music for Enzo. What is the deal? I checked the back of his pants out, but and we didn't get it fixed. And then I look up, and he's standing behind me, and I'm like, Zoe, brother, we don't have any music. We're having issues. He goes, you don't have any music? I was like, no. He said, can somebody get me a mic on the stage? And I said, yeah, we can do that. He said, I know how to fix it. So he just went out there and sung himself to the ring. And by the end of it, here in a few minutes, you'll see I think we actually got the music rolling. But that's that's why he sung himself to the ring, because we were having issues with the music.
Well, that's a professional there. I didn't really spend any time around Enzo at all. Like, I crossed paths with him once and shook his hand, but how was he? Like, a lot of people asked me after the show, like, is that guy cool? Is he a jerk? I'm like, I don't know, man. I didn't have any interaction with him at all.
I didn't really have much interaction with him till the show was over. So I went through, I actually went through James Ellsworth to get the deal done to get Enzo there. And I never had a word of communication with him before the show, leading up to the show, weeks before it, nothing. So we had, got arrangements for his hotel and travel and everything. And we're going to go send somebody to pick him up. And they were like, James called back, and he was just like, you don't need to. Enzo got his own car. And I'm like, got his own car? He said, yeah. I'm like, am I going to have to pay for this car? And he was like, no. He said he likes kind of being in control of himself. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And I'm like, he's going to be there on time. Oh, yeah, he'll be fine. So sure enough, he was there early, on time, did the meet and greet. Man, he was incredibly busy for the meet and greet. And I got to, when I settled up with him after the show, we got to talk a little bit. And he was super cool, super easy to do business with. And he'll be somebody we see back for too long.
Well, that's cool. I'm gonna try to get Rosie there next time he's there. She was an Enzo fan when he's in WWE, and she wasn't where she could come that show, and she's kind of still not able to because of her dad's health and whatnot. But she was bummed out that she wasn't gonna get to go meet Enzo and the APA. And I was like, well, don't feel bad because I didn't meet either one either. So.
Yeah, I did. I managed to squeeze in a picture with Enzo when the show was over. But no, I didn't really see him or talk to him a whole lot before the show started at all.
Well, like you said, man, the meet and greet was popping. Like, everybody had lines at their tables, and nobody was sitting there like Virgil. Like it was pretty awesome.
Well, the how cool was the APA meet and greet? Like we had the door, we had the whole 9 yards. I just thought that was super cool.
Dude, when I walked in and saw that, I popped for that. I saw it like, holy shit. Because, man, that's something like a lot of people underestimate, like these conventions and even like pre-show meet and greets and stuff. Like any little thing you can do to put like an added touch to it to make it unique. Just like, I mean, Brutus had a barber shop at one of the WrestleCays, and people, I'm sure, who probably wasn't big Brutus fans, they were still lined up just to get their picture made on that set with him. And man, to have that in the background, I saw that. I was like, dude, that is so freaking awesome. I'm just a big fan of that.
It's just super cool. And the only regret I have is I didn't get them to sign the door. And if I'd have got them to sign the door, I probably would have just kept it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what the hell I'd have done with it. I ain't got no room for it. But I probably would have kept
keep up with. But
yeah, somebody probably would end up buying it off of me. But that was probably the one regret I have. I wish I got them to sign it.
Yeah. That was such a, man, I mean, when you first announced, you announced JBL first, right?
Well, actually, JBL and Ron Simmons they were the last announcements we made. So initially what I wanted to do was do a bigger show and just, a couple of headliners, and that's what we're going to do. So we had Enzo and we had Heath Slater and we had James Ellsworth. Well, I really don't even remember how it came about, but JBL was open on that date, and I was told that I had a really good chance. Check out classic Eli Knox right there. How great is that? But my chances of getting John would be better if I got Ron also, because they don't get to see each other at the time. They didn't get to see each other a whole lot. So I was like, well, as long as it makes sense financially. And I got shot a price, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. So ended up having to talk to a couple of folks that went in, the silent partners on the show, and man, we got it worked out. And JBL and Ron Simmons, they were actually the last two people we announced for the show.
Yeah, I remember you announced JBL, and I can't remember if I messaged you or Gary, but I messaged one of y'all and went, holy shit, that's a big get right there. And whoever it was, it may have been Gary, I don't know, said, oh, wait, it gets better. And then like a couple of days later, it's like APA reunion. I was like, holy shit. Like, wow, that is awesome. That ain't something you see every day. And then to have that, that door there for the background, the whole setup, like, man, that's unique, dude. That's the kind of stuff you want, people spreading around going like, oh man, we went to the big Clash show last year and APA was there and they had the whole setup and everything. Cause that's, again, that's stuff that you can't just get anywhere. So that's cool.
Yeah. I don't even know who, that obviously is low hanging fruit. Why would you not do the door and the whole setup? But I don't even remember exactly who came up with like, hey, why don't you do this? And I don't even remember how that came about. It may have actually been somebody that a guy named Brandon that works at the arena. Mm-hmm. No, I remember how that came about now, because he was looking up action figures for APA, and he found a action figure set that had the door in it.
Oh,
and we got to talking, and he's like, yeah, you ought to set it. He said, yeah, you ought to have an APA door and everything for this. I'm like, have you got a door? And he said, oh yeah. He said, I've got a bunch of stuff like that in my shop. And I'm like, dude, we're going to do this. And just so happened I had a poker set that my wife had got at a Christmas party, and that had literally been in my office and never been opened. And I was like, perfect. We got the playing, we got the cards, we got the poker chips, and then we're going to have this door, and a round table was easy. And that's kind of how that came together.
Good stuff, man. Look at this. Enzo's a house of fire, as they say.
Oh, yeah. I still like the fact that he's got the doo-doo emoji on the back of his shorts. It's pretty funny.
Our old friend Kevin would be a big fan of that.
Oh, yeah. Lord, old Boris.
The Nation.
You might want to try to buy them off Enzo.
Hey, hey, man, what'd you take for them?
Oh, my God.
I need to wash them. No, don't wash them, man.
No. Want them as is. There's Ethan Ross up on the looking rather dapper with his pink shirt on.
Styling.
Yeah. It's hard to believe that the order has been going on this long.
When I was pulling this clip, I thought, dang, I forgot the order was a thing all the way back then. Like,
yeah, the first, I think the first time that when the order was kind of getting its legs up under it was when we had Eddie Edwards in from TNA, and he was a part of the system. And I remember a couple of lines that he used during a couple of the pre-tapes where, he said he understood how groups worked, and it was kind of a system, which was kind of a backhanded comment, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
But here we go, big win for Enzo. Oh, almost.
Son of a...
Almost. This match was actually supposed to have been Enzo against Daniel Nova.
Oh.
And Daniel Nova's wife had some sort of medical issue. And yeah, Eli Knox was originally not even booked on this show.
Oh, wow.
And it kind of happened. There we go. Enzo with a win. But it kind of his name got brought up. What if we put Eli in with him? And I was a little bit hesitant at first, and I was like, well, it's going to be his time to shine. So, man, he got handed the ball, and man, he definitely carried it well in this match.
He sure did. And Eli's facials are so underrated. Like he's so good at selling and making those faces.
Yeah, they're so good.
And that's the thing. A lot of times, a lot of guys never pick it up, but he kind of had that early, and now the wrestling's catching up to the rest of it. But that's the harder thing to get. So I'd rather somebody understand all that early. The wrestling will come, So
yeah.
There was a technical difficulty before I came out here. They didn't have music for me. Did you see how we did without music? Thank you guys, Mississippi. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. That's Amore.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah. Well, there we go. That's
I remember
one of the big matches from last year.
Yeah, I remember Jimmy and Joey doing just an extremely good job with it being live. There was no cutaways.
Gene Jackson here, and we are on the road to Crossroads Clash Saturday, April 25th at the Crossroads Arena in Corinth, Mississippi. And I'm joined right now by the Initiative. I know you guys are going to be there, but recently, things...
Things what? Things what, Gene? Things have been perfect. And you know what? You're showing right now one more example of why discipline is no longer a part of EPW. But that's okay, because the Initiative, we're going to change that. Tell them, Jason.
That's right, April 25th, the Initiative shall display exactly why we are the greatest tag team the Mid-South has ever seen. And all shall
behold the Initiative.
Hey, we've seen some great stuff so far here on the Countdown to Crossroads Clash. You got to hear from Medusa, who will be in the house at Crossroads Clash. Make sure you get you a meet and greet with Medusa. Maybe you remember her better as Alundra Blaze. You don't want to miss that. And, of course, we know the Godfather himself is going to be there. Man, don't miss that. He's been so many great personas over the years. The Godfather, Papa Shango. He was Kama in the Nation of Domination. You want to get out and make sure to meet him as well. Also, we saw and hear what happened last year when the APA got back together and showed up at EPW. That's right, Bradshaw and Farouk, or if you prefer, John Layfield and Ron Simmons, whatever name you want to call them, they showed up and they took care of business right there at the Crossroads Arena last year. And so we've heard from a couple of tag teams. We heard from Parental Advisory. We heard from the Initiative. But right now, I feel the need to talk about something. I don't know. I wasn't real comfortable about when this made its way to TV. There had been some unnecessary things, I'll just say, because Commissioner Swiss don't necessarily control this show. I don't know if he even knows it exists at this point. But there were some things that were being said online by Commissioner Swiss directed at Daniel Nova, more importantly, directed at the late Bone Crusher. Some very personal, unnecessary things. It made its way to television, which you can tell when you see this in a moment I was not comfortable with. But it happened. There's no way to avoid it. So I'm pretty sure this is going to come to a head pretty soon, and it may just happen at the Crossroads Clash. But right now, let's take a look at when things kind of came to a head with Commissioner Swiss and Daniel Nova.
Daniel Nova, I know you're here. So let's not play any games. I need you to come out here right now like a man you claim to be. Come on, Daniel, face me like a man. Come on.
K-Swiss is on a tear here, Joey. I mean, we know there's been...
now you're scared. You talk big on social media, but now you're scared. Not so tough now, just like your father.
Oh, no.
I was about to say, there's been some personal jabs being taken on social media lately and found its way.
Daniel!
Well,
there we go.
Walk in the room like the lights turn on.
Well, he asked for it.
He's here.
He asked for it.
Let me tell you something, son. You want to run your mouth on social media about my damn daddy? Let me tell you what. I don't care about the cameras. I don't care about the show. I don't care about TV. All I care about is coming out here and sticking my foot so far up here. Oh, boy, I'm so hot right now. Uh-oh. You know what? Oh, it's me and you. You know what? I'm gonna do what my damn daddy was.
Oh, hey. Whoa. We might need to go to another break here, Joey.
Oh, no, now Moses Kane grabs. He's got him. He has got
Daniel Nova. Daniel Nova.
Yeah, how you like that, Daniel? How you like that? This ain't about no cameras. This ain't about nothing. It ain't about these stupid people. This is about me and you, isn't it, Daniel? Get this camera on him. Look at him now. Listen, everything I say is true. I made EPW better. I made this company what it is. And let's face facts, Daniel. You are your father's son, but you will never be your father.
All right.
Come on now.
Enough with that kind of talk.
You want me to talk about your dad?
No.
Let's talk about him.
Let's
don't do it.
Let's not. This isn't
the
a place
best
for this.
thing that your dad did for this company was disappear.
Oh my, come on.
God, somebody cut his mic. This isn't the place for this, Joey.
No. Moses Kane's choking
I'm
him out.
glad he's gone.
Oh my, okay.
Because now I can destroy the last bit of James Burchell, Bone Crusher.
This uncalled for.
Now I get to destroy you.
Joey, this is something
Remember
else.
this, Daniel. Look at me. Remember this. I will always be better than Bone Crusher.
All right. Now, this isn't
that's
wrestling.
over. Come on
This isn't
now.
called for. This is very personal. This crap's been going on social media, and now it's bled into
I
TV
am
here.
EPW. This is my show. places where the Burchells no longer belong.
Come on, anybody can hear me. There's got to be somebody that can cut his mic and put a stop to
You want
this.
to fight?
This doesn't need to be going out.
This is one you can't win.
I know he's the commissioner, but somebody's got to be able to end this.
Let
here.
him go, Moses.
Look at, he's out.
Joey, let him go now. I mean,
choked him out.
Remember what just happened.
This was disgusting. We got to get out of this. Somebody take us to break right now. We'll be back. Gene Jackson here, and we are almost. It's right around the corner. Crossroads Clash, Saturday, April 25th. BDT, this ain't your first rodeo at the arena.
Absolutely not.
Are you ready?
I am absolutely ready for this. Little Miss Madison Monroe doesn't know what's coming for her.
Yeah, like, okay, you and Maddie have a long history. Now all of a sudden she's Madison Monroe. And she's got her hands back on that title, and she swears that nobody, and she even said, especially you, are not going to take that title away from her. How do you feel about that?
Especially me. Look, Maddie, Madison, whatever you want to go by this week, let me tell you, you can't run, you can't hide, because DDT's coming for you.
There you have it. We're going to see it. Crossroads Clash, April 25th. Be there. Get your tickets now at epwwrestlingms.com. Let's just talk briefly about another Fury in the Fifth is in the books. I know there was difficulties. I know the weather certainly didn't lend itself for people to come out. But despite all that, it was quite the show and quite the turnout.
Man, it was incredible. It was an incredible night. We, we still had around. I think we rough guessed somewhere in the neighborhood of about 600 people there. So had a huge crowd. Just an awesome show. The drama started about 8 o'clock that morning when I wake up to text messages from Tommy Dreamer about how he was supposed to have landed. He was supposed to have landed in Atlanta, or supposed to have landed in Memphis at like 9:30 that Saturday morning, and he had already been delayed twice. And it just kept getting delayed. Finally, they were going to get off the ground at like noon, and then he was going to be there at like I think it was like 1:30 Central, and then it got delayed again. And finally, the flight just got completely canceled.
Wow.
So if that morning I'd have knew what was going to happen, if I'd have cut out driving and just went and got him, he would have been there. And that's how much time had passed. But ironically, the Andersons, who flew in from Charlotte, who were a little bit further east than Tommy was, managed to make it there with no issues whatsoever. Richard Holiday, I think he was delayed twice, and he ended up getting in about 3 hours later than he was supposed to. But they all made it. But Tommy didn't have that good of luck as everybody else did.
Good Lord, Ben Bishop is a large dude, man. Like, I always knew he looked super tall, but when you're standing there next to him looking up at him, like, good grief, man. Like,
you'd never met him?
No, I haven't.
Really? Yeah. I've been around him a few times. James Ellsworth trained him, and he was actually a part of the very first Clash. Like he was super, super green. And he was a part of the very first Crossroads Clash Battle Royal for the Crossroads Cup. And I had already had the card was already made, and we didn't really have a spot for him. But somebody that's 6'12", you kind of make a spot for. So it was like, well, we can put him in that anyway. So but yeah, Ben's a great dude. We've had him in a few times, and I love having been around. He, all the goofy stuff he does on socials, with the Shindy promoter and all that.
Well, that's right up my alley.
Oh yeah.
As soon as I ran into him, like, dude, like the stuff you do on social media is hilarious, man. Like, please keep that going. He's like, oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, he. I think they filmed some stuff at Fury that he's actually going to be using. I know him and Richard Holiday filmed some stuff, and I think him and our buddy Roman filmed something I think has already been posted out there, which was pretty funny. Which it's hilarious, some of those things that he films, because it's stuff that we've all dealt with.
Yes.
Like the one Roman was in where he walks up and he's just trying to talk to Ben and won't buy anything, but he's still trying to talk to him. Like, I don't know how many times I've worked merch tables with people and they walk up and do that, and they're trying to be nice, but they're trying to get them to buy something. Well, everybody except for Austin Idol, he wasn't very nice to him. He was just like, "Hey man, you got any money? You gonna buy anything?" If they basically said, "Well, I don't have much money on me," he would just completely shut them off. But
so long, darling.
Exactly. That was pretty funny. But yeah, it's funny that the stuff he films is stuff we've all dealt with at some point or another.
Yeah. That's the great part about it, is it's all rooted in real stuff that happens every single weekend on wrestling shows. So that was interesting. And man, how great are the Andersons, man? Poor Arn had to have taken a picture with every single person in the dressing room, myself included. God
bless him.
Bless him. Somebody saw my picture and like, Arn didn't look happy to take a picture. And I was like, buddy, there's 500 pictures floating around from Saturday night. He don't look happy in a damn one of them. Like,
that was probably 498 of the pictures he took that night.
Yeah. I was like, but that's his face, dude. Like,
yeah.
Like, show me a picture of Arn smiling from ear to ear, looking like he's loving life. Like, that's just him. But yeah, I was impressed with. I haven't seen Brock work in quite a while, and man, he's come a long way. And he was, he looked good in the ring, and the crowd, was happy to see both those guys. So just super great night, man. I was excited to get to be there and call everything, and freaking Jackson, his pinstripe gangster suit over there.
He was styling, wasn't he?
Styling, yes.
He's like our Michael Hayes.
You get a fanny pack on him, man.
Oh my God, yeah. I had to find him a fanny pack and a hat. Yeah,
yeah, he can pull the hat off too, for sure. So now we're it's kind of like, the Royal Rumble rolls into WrestleMania. Well, EPW is kind of established, and once you come out of Fury in the Fifth, well, now we're on the road to Crossroads Clash, and there's already been a couple of announcements made. I'm sure there's more in your back pocket that we can't spoil here, but what can you tell us, man? We just watched that Enzo match, and next week, we're going to watch, Heath Slater, and there's some other stuff we can check out too. And of course, we've mentioned the APA reunion. So now you're in the position of like, all right, well, we can't half step. Like, we gotta bring it now, because we've set a bar.
And that's the difficult part, is we set the bar so high last year, and and a lot of it was just I hate to I guess shoot my own self in the head, but it was a lot of it was just happenstance the way it worked out like it did. But now we've raised the bar so high, it's like, how do we at least hit that level, and maybe up a little bit from there, but we've got Ace Austin, who has recently signed to AEW, coming back. Ace has been with EPW several times. At one point he was a staple on our Christmas show.
I was about to say, he was like the Christmas character at one point, wasn't he?
He was. Yeah, he was, and he will be back since having signed with AEW, which is incredible for him. Super proud for him. Yeah. And then we're going to bring the train in. The Godfather, the WWE Hall of Famer, the Godfather, is going to be with us at Crossroads Clash this year, and I'm especially looking forward to that. We're really brainstorming some ideas of what we're going to do there, and I promise you, it's going to be entertaining.
I can't wait. I was talking to, I don't know if it was Rosie or who, but I said, man, yeah, I wonder how they're going to, top themselves from last year. And about 2 hours later, I look at my phone dings, and I pull it up, and it said it announced the Godfather's coming. I go, oh shit, that's how you do it. We're on our way. That's what I'm talking about. Because I think you'll have an even bigger crowd this year, because last year established, okay, not only will they deliver what they promise, they'll actually go a little above and beyond that, because not only were the people there that you advertised, but it wasn't just a like I say, just a plain old lame meet and greet. Like, there was cool stuff there, and people like went above and beyond in their matches too. You know what I mean? Like, we've all seen some of these big names that come in and just kind of, phone it in and walk, just kind of, I'm here. You got your autograph earlier. That's enough. I mean, all those guys worked hard, put on great matches, and elevated the EPW talent in the process. I mean, just like you said, like Eli went from not even booked to being in a match with Enzo and looking great in the process. So, and that's lesson, kids. Keep your phone on and don't get all sour if you're not booked on a show, and don't go whining on social media, because you never know who can't make it, and you may be next on the list to call. Like, oh, wait a minute, what's that he posted? Oh, he was talking. Okay, never mind. On to the next guy.
Yeah.
So,
and that could very easily happen with me. Very easily.
Oh yeah, I said that for a reason. It wasn't.
Yeah,
I know you.
But yeah, man, it's just this year we've got a top last year, and I think we're gonna do that. We've got I know that we're beefing up the production and the presentation quite a bit this year. And just we've got a couple other things in our back pocket. We're continuing to work on special guests. We're hoping for a couple of more special guests that have either never been to EPW or haven't been there in a long time. So we're working on that. But yeah, Clash is going to be really good this year. We learned a lot from last year, and we're just kind of taking that and rolling it into this year.
Well, I'm going to be excited to be out there calling the action. Last year, I was up top watching from up there, sitting up there at Doug Gilbert's gimmick table, and I'm excited to be on stage calling the action with Joey this year. It's going to be a lot of fun, and like I said, I can't wait to see what you guys have in store with the Godfather. But I know it's going to be fun, whatever it is, and people are going to be there to see it.
Choo choo.
All right. Well, EPWWrestlingMS.com. Get on there. Go ahead and get your tickets. Don't wait around. Get them now. Get locked in.
Yeah, and you can actually go ahead and pre-purchase your combos, your selfie, and your autographed pictures with Godfather. You can actually purchase those now at a discounted rate, so they will go up day of show. So make sure and go ahead and there's only so many of those we're selling, so make sure and lock that in.
Yeah, go ahead and get those now, because that's what everybody's gonna be wanting to do, and you might as well get it at a discount. You certainly don't want to miss out. So no reason not to go ahead and get those locked down right about now. So that's cool. Well, we're looking forward to seeing what not only what great guests are going to be there, but there's a lot of matches brewing in EPW right now that people are wanting to see, that people are needing to see, and that they're going to see. And the action in the ring, that's the great thing about it too, because the action in the ring isn't overshadowed by the people that they're there to meet. There's the action can more than hold its own, if I can say.
Man, our roster is just incredible. But it's something that I thought was especially cool from last year's Clash that we're rolling over into this year's Clash, and hardly ever gets mentioned. What about the souvenir Crossroads Clash chair?
Yes.
So you have there's a VIP package available where you, of course, get in before everybody else does. You get early opportunity to meet and greet everybody. You get a souvenir VIP laminate, and you get a Crossroads Clash chair, a souvenir chair that you can take home with you at the end of the night, that you will sit in all night long, and you can take the chair home with you. Super cool. Actually, the only one that I managed to save one. I had one extra done, or no, I had two, and one of them, I forgot what happened to one of them, but I have one that's still here in my office, and that I see every day. And it's just super cool. So make sure we've got a few of those VIP packages. So make sure and grab one of those as well. Front row.
Yeah, make sure you do, because as you can see behind me, I'm a big collector and gone to a lot of different things over the years, and I've got chairs and lanyards and pictures and all kinds of stuff in here. But that stuff's cool, and you'll go back and look at that for years, like, oh, that's that time Godfather came down there, and or when the APA was there and clothesline K-Swiss from hell.
That was so awesome.
Poor guy.
Yeah, because that was a time when, Bradshaw wasn't really doing, and he wasn't popping up many places, and we managed to get one of those. So that was super cool.
Man, that was something else to get to see those two guys in there together, and then get to see the old clothesline from hell. That was definitely something special. And as far as the fans were concerned, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy, I suppose. So
absolutely not.
If they could have took a vote
of
everybody on the roster, I think he would have won.
They probably would have picked him up and done it twice if it had been a vote.
Ron, you want to sidewalk slam him while you're at it?
This is fine, Buster.
I think the only thing could have made it better is if K-Swiss could have pulled up in a car with his picture on it, like Bill Dundee, and get a shot of Farouk looking at it and start looking at the camera going, damn.
I will never forget telling Ron Simmons that story about he and Bill Dundee had something in common. He's, what was that? And I said, well, evidently both of you like your picture on your car. And he said, tell me that man ain't got a picture of himself in his car. I said, Ron, he has got a picture of himself laying all the way down the side of it. He said, you kidding? You got a picture of that? I said, I sure do. And I whipped it out, showed it to him. Man, he laughed, had tears running out of his eyes. And then this was years ago, the first time I booked Ron, this is probably 2007 or something, or probably wasn't that late, probably maybe 2013 or something. But 3 days later, he texts me and he goes, man, you got that picture? Can you send that to me again? So I sent him that picture again. But anyway, you got a point. I just happened to think of that story. But
I always think that because you had told me that story.
Yeah.
And then I was at a convention and he was there and it kind of had slowed down. It was about to wrap up and he was just sitting over at his table. And I walked up and I go, hey, Ron, how's it going? He's like, oh, good, man. How are you? I said, I'm good. I said, hey, I got a question for you. He's like, what's that? I said, have you ever seen Superstar building these cars? He just busted out laughing. He said, oh, that man got his whole picture on the side of the car. Stretched out. He said, stretched out. I started laughing. I said, yeah. I said, he runs all over the place. And he said, boy, that's something else right there. He said, that's something else. He said, I will never forget that. I will never forget that.
Oh, my God. Ron's such a good guy.
He is. He really is. And that was the thing everybody said, that, getting to hang around back there in the dressing room with like him and JBL, like, they were just super cool with everybody and laid back and telling stories. And it was just hanging out with the APA. And that's cool, man. Like, because a lot of people, you get a chance to meet them and they're not what you hope they would be, watching them growing up. We've all had a few of those experiences from time to time, like when we got to work with Jake the Snake and Boonville and things of that nature. But, when you meet these guys and they're super cool like that, it makes it even more special. So.
I actually have a picture. I think I mentioned this in a previous episode, but one of the few times where I actually had some idle time, like just to sit down and kind of absorb the moment, I have a picture on my phone, and I actually sent it to Heath Slater because he wanted it. But there's a picture in my phone I took of the room, like just the dressing room. So you've got JBL, you got Ron, you got JBL, you got Ricky Morton, you got Ron Simmons sitting in the corner, and you got Heath Slater straight ahead from me. And then you can't see it, but Ellsworth is sitting right next to me, and just taking that picture and just sitting and listening to those guys talk was just incredible. I could sit there all night long. That could have been the show for me, but
right.
but I still have that picture, and it's probably one of my favorite things ever. Maybe I think I should send that to you, and maybe we can insert that into the show.
For sure, man. Yeah, for sure. You've done a lot of things over the years that I'm jealous of that I didn't get to experience. But, man, one thing you told me about just kind of offhand that I would have loved to just been a fly on the wall is you had lunch with Tommy Rich and Heath Slater.
Yeah, that was.
Imagine them two coming together. Just sit back and don't say a word. Just listen to those two interact. Had to be pretty entertaining.
Well, they're both from the Carolinas, so they had something to talk about. Because, I don't know if Tommy is originally from there, but he lives in Myrtle Beach. And then Heath lives in Charlotte. So they got to talking about the Carolinas and just kind of some mutual people they knew. And before you know it, it had grown into this whole thing. And, yeah, it was hilarious. I have a picture of me and Tommy and Heath at a table at Huey's. in Memphis, actually it's a block over from the TV5 studios.
Oh wow!
And but I have a picture of us sitting there eating lunch, and at Tommy's request, Tommy, come here, I want you to take a picture and send it to me. I was like, oh yes sir. So the waiter took a picture, and then I ended up texting it to Tommy. But yeah, I'll never forget that day either. That was so much fun.
Gene Jackson here, and I'm joined by the EPW Women's Division Champion, Maddie Monroe, and I just had an opportunity to speak with DDT, and she's hot on your trail, and she says Crossroads Clash, she's looking for that belt.
You know, been there, done that. It's kind of boring at this point, but since everyone is using their tax dollars to be there, I'll make an appearance.
You're being kind of dismissive of DDT. Like, you guys have had a long-running feud, more or less, here at EPW.
Yeah,
but now, all of a sudden, she's just not much of a thought.
That's why I said it was boring. No, I have a lot of respect for her. I do. But I have bigger and better things to do, like being the 3-time EPW Women's Champion. And, yeah.
Well, all right. Well, there you have it, folks. The champ will be there. Crossroads Arena, April 25th. Get your tickets now. EPWWrestlingMS.com. And we're going to see if this confident young lady is going to walk out of that belt as easy as she thinks. DDT has something to say about that.
Relive the glory days of Memphis wrestling with the Retro Wrestling Review USWA podcast. Each week, we go back in time to review USWA Championship Wrestling from the 1990s, episode by episode. Join us for watch-alongs, behind-the-scenes stories, and exclusive interviews with people who were there and lived it. Whether you grew up watching it or you're discovering it for the first time, this podcast is your ringside seat to Memphis wrestling history. It's all a part of the WrestleCopia Podcast Network. Listen now at USWApodcast.com.
Gene Jackson here. We are on the road to Crossroads Clash. Nobody else, none of the other announcers here in EPW have gotten a chance to speak with this man right here, Moses Kane. I'm going to be the first announcer that's going to get a chance to talk to the big man. Moses, Crossroads Clash, Saturday, April 25th, Crossroads Arena in Corinth, Mississippi. Do you have any idea who you're going to be taking on at the Clash? So nothing yet. Has Commissioner Swiss maybe told you somebody that's, rubbed him the wrong way that he's going to sick you on? He likes doing that. Okay, well, but you're going to be there, right? You're going to come to the Clash.
Well, as you can see, Moses Kane, not a conversationalist, not a man of, well, you hear people say not a man of many words. He, so far, is not a man of any words. But I think next time we need a comment from Mr. Kane, I will allow Jax or Joey to take that assignment. I had enough of him right there. A man that has had a phenomenal year the past year in EPW is Dorian Bain. He's the current EPW heavyweight champion. He's the centerpiece for Hollywood Jimmy's order. And he's been on a tear. And we're going to talk a little more in a few moments about what's been going on recently with Dorian. But if we go back to last year's Crossroads Clash, Dorian took on the one-man band himself, Heath Slater. And while Dorian was not EPW champion at that time, it was very obvious that Dorian was on a fast track straight to the top and that he wasn't going to be denied. Let's take a look at that match. Neil Taylor joins me to do some commentary on that match. And on the other side, we're going to see what Dorian and the Order have been up to recently and what it may mean for him at this year's Crossroads Clash. All right, we're joined once again by Neil Taylor, and we are back at the Crossroads Clash from last year, and there he is, Dorian Bain.
Looking like $1 million. Look at him.
My goodness, yeah. I've said this many times before, like nobody really knows exactly what it is, but whatever it is,
you're looking at
Dorian has it,
man.
And he's finding it more and more. Like, we talked about the improvement of Eli Knox. I mean, look at Dorian, like how far he's come in, the past year. Just every time he shows up, he's stepped up his game, be it in the ring or on the microphone. He's really been blowing everybody away recently.
Man, some of
really
those
found himself.
Some of the promos or the interviews, what have you, that he's pulled off in the last couple of months have just absolutely been incredible.
Yeah, I remember in particular the one he did the night of the NWA title match with Silas Mason and Aaron Roberts. And he kind of mixed in like his real history in the military and all that. Like, man, you could just feel that coming through the screen. Like, we could feel that over at the table. But I made it a point to watch it as soon as it came back, out on TV, and I was like, man, it came through the screen just like it did in person.
Man, it's one of those things where, like, I don't know if you've ever done an interview where you just really, really got into it and you just really felt it. Yeah. Like that's happened to me a few times, but you just really feel what's going on, and you could definitely tell that's the space that Dorian was in that night. He honestly believed and felt everything that he said that night, and it just radiated through the screen.
That's when it's good, man. That's when guys can get in that headspace. That's when it's the best.
Sure is, man. Heath Slater. I had first time Heath Slater been EPW TV. We had actually I'd been trying to get Heath for a few months before this, and we just never could look at that guy right there. He thought he was funny.
Well, that was J.D.K. for a minute when I saw that.
Well, yeah, or
Serapes wearing.
Look, he stole that thing from Love's truck stop, but that thing he's wearing. But anyway. But I tried to get Heath a couple of times before, and this dates didn't line up, and then this just kind of worked out, and I was excited to have Heath Slater. Man, I was a big fan of all of his work on WWE, and when they would bring him out during the Legends reunions, and he'd get beat up by Sid or by Vader or somebody, and he still kept his heat out of it, and it was so entertaining. But he's just a great guy too.
Yeah. I don't know him well, but from what I know of him and a couple times I have been around him, just super, super great, down to earth guy. Like you'd never know he was ever a big WWE superstar or anything like that. Just seems like just one of the boys in the dressing room.
That's exactly what he is, and just just hear that. He almost looked a little like Handsome Jimmy right there.
He did.
But it's funny. Heath is one of those guys, like, he takes every booking. Like, he doesn't really filter anything. The ongoing joke that I was always told, who told me this? I can't remember who told me, but they said that it was Luke Gallows. He said that if Matt Cardona was the indie god, that Heath Slater was the shindy god, because he would work like anywhere, anybody. It was a flea market with 4 people in it. It didn't matter. Heath would work it, and he would work his tail off no matter where he was at, what he would do. And I mean, it just goes to speak for his character. Honestly, it's, we say that in jest, but man, he does, and Heath loves the business and has a lot of really cool ideas. I really feel like he will run his own show at some point, just based off some of the conversations he and I have had about ideas he's had and stuff like that. I wouldn't be a bit surprised that he doesn't start his own show at some point.
Boy, somebody right now is writing down Shindy God on a piece of paper going, I'm stealing that.
You're welcome, Ben Bishop.
Yep. That's one of the people I had in mind there. Not that he'll ever see this, but
yeah. Oh, man.
Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Now you don't like Handsome Jimmy. I heard.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing Handsome Jimmy here in a couple of months.
Yeah.
Should be
For the last time in Tupelo.
Yeah,
You know,
really.
he means it when he says those last times. He means it, bud. It ain't gonna be.
Oh yeah,
that mug's been retiring since we wrestled him back in 2000. I think that was supposed to be one of his last matches when we wrestled him.
Grief.
But yeah, that'll be fun. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I hope he shakes Tony Dabb's hand again.
I hope he kisses him like Tony Schiavone. One thing you can bet, no matter the weather, he's going to have that black leather jacket on that he's been wearing since the 50s when it was cool.
But I mean, you know, look at this match, you would never think that. I mean, if you said one of these guys was an indie guy and one of these guys worked for WWE, you know, I feel like you would have a tough time to picking out which one's which. I mean, honestly, because I mean,
if you had no context, Dorian looks like just the.
I mean, he totally looks like he belongs.
Yeah, he looks like just a tailor-made WWE guy.
And man, when he come out,
one day.
Yeah, when he come out earlier, you know, he had that, you know, all white with that meeting jacket on and everything, just freaking awesome. Looks just looked like $1 million.
That's the big thing that has always stood out about him to me is he's covering all his bases. He has it all. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of guys that have one aspect of it. They're really good at the work, but they don't quite have the look, or they're really good at, you know, the entrance gear, but then the other doesn't look good. But like he can talk, he's got, you know, he can work, he's got the look. Like there's nothing missing other than just experience, just getting the time in, you know.
That's it.
Being seen at the right time by the right person.
There's one of those cool Crossroads Clash chairs I was talking about.
There you go.
How cool is that? Yeah. It's awesome.
Oh.
Man, I will never not be surprised by this crowd. It just looks incredible.
It does. I mean, I don't know, man. I felt like such a pride for you guys just standing up there looking out across that and seeing, you know, what this has all become, you know, all the hard work you guys have put into it's, you know, paying off. So
yeah,
so big.
Man, I hope this is going to look even bigger this year. I cannot wait.
So
this year's Clash, I can't wait.
Uh-oh.
He's the baby face. Nobody in the chair. Although Dutch Mantel's brother back there behind him may have slipped up trying to hit him.
I wonder if that's another one of Dutch's nephews back there.
I don't know. I knew one time. Yeah, I knew one of them nephews one time.
Yeah, he was a pretty scuzzy dude. Well, you know, I've got that match not for EPW, but for my Patreon. Me and you are going to sit down and watch that match from Charlotte sometime.
I've seen it like once.
Yeah. That will be fun. I should try to get a hold of Freight Train and have him sit in with us.
Oh my god!
You remember this Freight Train? Yeah. Okay.
That's when you told that. That's when you told that little kid you wouldn't put him over for their belt or for his belt. Yeah, you don't want none of this.
Uh-oh. He's in trouble.
And yeah. And those people did not like Dorian Bain.
No.
And then Ethan has one of them faces you love to punch. You know what? he looks like one of those conniving car salesman people. You know, those crooked car salesman, like a used car salesman. He just looks like one of those guys.
I mean, the Order is a perfect heel group because everybody in the Order has something about them that's just very not likable. You know what I mean? Like you want to punch Ethan, you want to punch Izzy because now he's lost some weight. And he's the king of good health, and everybody else should be doing it too. And you just want to smack the crap out of him.
Yeah.
And then of course Eli's out there, you know, gyrating,
hip swivel, yeah.
And just, and then Jimmy's Jimmy, of course. So
yeah.
And then you're like, screw you, Dorian. You shouldn't be in that good a shape. I should be
exactly
in that spot right now. But
Dorian is reminding them that they will never look like him. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And Dorian, man, a lot of people don't appreciate how big of a dude Dorian is. Dorian's like 6'5", weighs about 250. He's a big dude.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, he has everything that that they look for in a superstar, if you will.
Exactly. Oh, quick roll up, almost. Oh. Nope, kicked out.
Oh.
Man, Heath is just working his tail off here, too.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man. Like, these guys, every one of them came with their working shoes on.
Yeah, exactly. They came to work. They didn't phone it in whatsoever.
But, I'm sure it felt good for Heath because, like you said, Heath's just taking any booking that comes. Yeah. So, one night he's wrestling in a barn in front of 30 people and, Mudlick or whatever. And then he's like, Corinth, Mississippi. I don't know, man. We'll see. And then he gets there and this is what he comes to. He's like, oh yeah, we're doing it tonight.
Yeah, I think we definitely put our best foot forward here.
Well, words spreading. EPW's reputation is growing and it's getting to be, a place that fans want to come see and wrestlers want to come get booked and
I mean, I hope
got as good a TV coverage as anybody you can name. I mean, including
I hope so, because I mean, it's weird when you're involved and you're creating this, you get kind of tunnel vision. You don't really get to look at the whole picture a lot of times. And I hope it is. I hope what we're doing is shining through and people see it and want to be a part and enjoy it and all that good stuff.
Well, and you can tell by how hard everybody works and how serious everybody, takes everything.
There's the signature move.
I say he's using somebody's signature move there, but
yeah,
it's a little early, so I think you can get away with it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
And Dorian gets the win over Heath Slater. That is incredible.
And Ethan is psyched. I don't think
Ethan's
what's happening.
Happier than Dorian is.
That's what I say. He looks like he was genuinely like, let's get out of here before they change their mind.
But yeah, man, incredible match. One of the this was really one of the matches that just really sold me on Dorian too. Because I was like, okay, this is his time to shine, his time to to do his thing and see what he can do. And man, he just went out and just rocked it with Heath Slater. And then to actually beat him, it was incredible.
Huge win for Dorian last year at the Crossroads Clash, defeating Heath Slater. And from there, it was just straight up for Dorian Bain. He eventually would win the EPW Heavyweight Championship and has had a death grip on it ever since. No one, it seems, really was coming close to being able to take that title from Dorian. And then the problem, Aaron Roberts emerges, and it starts to look like there's somebody who might have Dorian Bain's number. The fans really started to rally behind the big man, the head of Bad Man Inc., who was always respected amongst the EPW audience, but they began to take a liking to him. And the Order, they took notice of that. They started interjecting themselves when Aaron got the shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. That was something that Dorian did not appreciate. And so you could tell these two were on a collision course and eventually were going to have to meet, and that title was going to be on the line. Well, that day came a few weeks ago on EPW Wrestling. The match was scheduled. The main event was going to be Dorian Bain defending the EPW heavyweight title against the challenger, the Problem, Aaron Roberts. We were all fired up for it. The fans in the arena were fired up. It was time. And, well, fate seemed to have other plans. Or was it fate? Or was it the Order? Let's take a look at what all has happened recently between the problem, Aaron Roberts, and the Order.
Dorian Bain of the Order with Hollywood Jimmy defending against the problem, Aaron Roberts. You don't want to miss this one. Get comfortable. Main event's up next.
You see, this one goes out here to Aaron Roberts. You see, Aaron, there comes a point in time in a man's life when he's had to step up and be one. Unfortunately for you, it has to be against me. So next week, I'll be challenging Aaron Roberts to the EPW Heavyweight Championship. Aaron Roberts, unfortunately for you, I'm only going to get a little bit of pleasure out of this, because this will be the last time you ever get a championship shot out of me. Do you understand that? Because you're going to go to the back of the line, because you don't understand something, Aaron. You ain't on my level. I told you all before, I'm at an icon level right now. Can't nobody touch me. You see, here in the Order, we are at an icon level as well. You see, back in the day, they would probably call us the Four Horsemen. We would be right there at the level of them. We will rival them. See, we are the best that professional wrestling has to offer today. Without a shadow of a doubt. It is apparent in the championships that we hold exactly where we are today, exactly where we stand. Because, Aaron, I need you to understand something. There will be never anybody else in the world of professional wrestling like us. You will never be able to touch us. And that is an executive order.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, escorted to the ring by his manager, Hollywood Jimmy Blaylock. He is your EPW champion, weighing in at 250 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, the head of state, Dorian Bain.
There he is, the heavyweight champion, and you know, you can say what you want, you can knock the Order, you can knock Jimmy, you can knock certain things about Dorian, but you can't say he's not an amazing athlete, he's not a great champion for EPW, and he can hold his own with anybody, but man, the things they have done to the problem Aaron Roberts in recent weeks, Aaron is looking for not only revenge, but he's looking to take that strap off his shoulder.
And it could happen right now.
Here we go, Joey.
Here he comes.
If you want a problem, I can be your problem. If you want a problem, I can be your problem. If you want a problem, I can be your problem. If you want a problem, problem child. If you really want a problem,
Gene, he's not come out yet. Where's he at, Gene?
I don't know. I mean, he should be through the curtain.
And his opponent, the baddest man walking both sides of the Mississippi. He is the president of Bad Man Inc., Aaron Roberts.
Gene, he still ain't come out there.
Yeah, I mean,
here. I don't know.
I'm not trying to be funny, but I hope there's not a problem.
That was good, Gene.
I mean, that was kind of,
it was funny.
Yeah, no pun intended, as they say, but.
Right. Oh, Jimmy's asking the ref. They on the ref. Don't know where he's at. Okay.
All right, we've reset. Maybe there was. Okay.
And his opponent, the baddest man walking both sides of the Mississippi. He is the president of Bad Man Inc., Aaron Roberts.
All right, Gene. Aaron Roberts, but still.
If you can hear us in the back, if we can get somebody to go check on Aaron Roberts to find out what's going on here. Dorian is berating the referee, saying ring the bell.
Ring the bell?
Well, wait a minute. We don't have the challenger out here yet.
How in the world?
Hey, where is Aaron?
Oh, they making the ref count.
They've bullied the referee into making the count, even though Aaron Roberts has not appeared. We don't know why.
He still ain't come out. The ref says the count of.
Look at Blaylock.
It's count of 5. Well, he's telling him to count, boy.
Where's Aaron?
I don't know. Something's wrong if he's not here, I can tell you.
Oh, my gosh.
No. This is supposed to be
That was his shot.
What?
The winner of the match by countout, and still EPW champion,
what?
The head of Bain.
What in the world?
What is happening?
Hey, which one of these rinky-dink cameras I'm on right now? See, I told you, Aaron, all these stupid people out here that you scared of me. It's the truth. You know why Aaron's scared of me? You know why he's afraid of me? It's because it doesn't matter what era of professional wrestling you put me in. I thrive in it. I'm the man. You put me in the AWA. I'm headlining with Nick Botwinkle. I'm headlining with Vern Gagne. You put me in world class. I'm main eventing with Yvonne Eric. You put me in Worldwide Wrestling Federation. I'm whooping Bruno Sammartino all up and down the garden. That's who I am. My name is Dorian Bain. You people should know it. I'm the hand that feeds you. I'm the reason why you people showed up today. That's why I'm the provider around here. Y'all need to understand something. I'm not like everybody in the back. I'm not like everybody in the back. Back in the day, guys like him, guys like that ref, guys like Michael Harris, they would have beat him up and took their money. That's what they would have did. But Aaron, guys like you don't belong in there with me. Guys like you are scared of me because I'm the man around here. And Aaron, back of the line to you, back of the line. And that is an executive order.
Old school wrestling isn't just history, it's personal. On Retro Wrestling with Gene Jackson, Gene sits down with the legends, the wild cards, and the unsung heroes of the territories. Plus, he breaks down the shows, the moments, and the stories that built the business we all grew up loving. Real conversations, honest reviews, no pandering. From Memphis to Mid-South, from smoky bingo halls to sold-out arenas. If it's old school, we're talking about it. Full video interviews are available on YouTube and Patreon. If you're just looking for audio, you'll find it everywhere you get your podcasts, as well as on Substack, where Gene posts in-depth retro wrestling articles each and every week. Retro Wrestling with Gene Jackson. Preserving wrestling history, one conversation at a time.
Always wanted to be in the professional wrestling business? The EPW Wrestling Academy is now enrolling. Visit EPWWrestlingMS.com for all the details on how to make your dreams a reality. Do you have what it takes?
All right, you saw it right there. I mean, me and Joey Gross are right there at the announce table. Could not figure out what was going on. The music played a couple of different times. They announced him, and no Aaron Roberts. And we couldn't imagine what in the world could have kept Aaron Roberts from coming through that curtain and challenging Dorian Bain for the EPW heavyweight title. But then a week later, EPW received some footage that definitely shed some light on where Aaron Roberts was the day he was supposed to be challenging Dorian Bain for the heavyweight title. And if you haven't seen it on EPW TV, and if you haven't, shame on you, you should be watching. But if you haven't, let's go back and take a look at how the order made sure that the problem, Aaron Roberts, was not going to be challenging for the championship that week on TV.
Hey man,
where's it? Oh, y'all see
there
that right there?
Right there. There he is right there.
Aaron?
Yes, sir. Is that Aaron? There he is right there.
I'm so excited. That tip was perfect. That tip was perfect.
Oh yeah.
Get out.
What's up,
Get out.
Get in the truck, come on.
Aaron. That's right. Okay. Buddy, you all right?
Watch out! Hey, get out of here! Hey, let's go! We gotta go!
Get in! Go back it up! Guys.
Come on, let's go! Come on, we gotta get out of here!
Get out of here! Get out! We gotta go!
Guys, we killed him!
Okay.
So there you saw it, folks. I've seen that footage a couple of times now, and it's just as shocking each time that I watch it. You know, championships are important to wrestlers, and you know, I know the order's all about doing whatever it takes to keep those titles in hand. But that just went beyond. I mean, you know, they didn't go out and tap him with a Ford Focus. I mean, that Jeep could have killed Aaron Roberts if they'd had a little more time to build up some momentum and get going a little bit faster. I just, it's disgusting. It's the most, we've seen the order do some pretty low down and vile things in EPW, but that's just beyond anything you could even imagine. And so Aaron Roberts getting hit with a vehicle and attacked by the roadside on the entire order, it would put most guys down for a very long time, if not for good. But guess what? Aaron Roberts is still a problem for the order. I had a chance to speak with him recently. I didn't have a camera with me at the time. We didn't get a recording of that conversation. But I tell you who I did. There was a camera around when I called up to Hollywood Jimmy and the order in a locker room recently. They weren't expecting me. We managed to catch this on video. We're almost out of time, but we got to get this in before we go. Here's what happened when I confronted the order and Hollywood Jimmy about their actions against the problem, Aaron Roberts. And I'm pretty sure that they are going to have a huge problem Saturday, April 25th at the Crossroads Arena at the Crossroads Clash. I think that might be where Aaron Roberts rectifies the situation. Take a look at this.
Hey, the order's in here. Come on.
The last time I seen him,
Right in here. Hey, yeah, get the camera in here. Get the camera in here. Get the camera. Hey, Jimmy.
It was wonderful.
Hollywood. Hey, get right over. What are you doing? Make sure you get this in here. Hey, where have you been? Where have you been the last few weeks? You've been gone. You know what these guys did? You know what these guys hit Aaron Roberts with a freaking Jeep after they mauled him on the side of the road. Where have you been? This is on you.
First of all, it's none of your business. It's none of your business, man. This is none of your business. You need to stay out of my business. I don't want to talk to you. Do you want to talk to him?
I'm grown.
Do you want to talk to him?
You're not telling me.
The fans want to know. These guys, that was near vehicular homicide.
I'll tell you what,
we're talking about going to jail.
You don't keep on.
So extra. Listen, first of all, we don't want to talk to you. We don't want to talk to you at all. So you know what? I suggest you get out of here.
Yeah, you should.
All right,
get out of here.
Yeah, you should.
Crossroads Clash. You got a date with Aaron Roberts, man, and. Hey, y'all didn't finish the job. Y'all should have used the semi because y'all didn't finish the job, okay?
So now you're doing too much.
Hey, you need to get out of here.
You overstaying your welcome.
Did you get all that?